Welcome to class 7 computer. The topic for today's section is number system. What is meant by number system? In ancient times, humans needed to count objects. So they formulated a system called numbers. It responded to symbols or digits which help them to count and record the data easily. Nowadays, with many systems evolved, the number system also evolved into new levels. In this chapter, we are going to learn about different types of number systems. We are going to familiarize with the names. First one, decimal number system. A decimal number system having digits starting from 0 to 9. It consists of 10 elements. Because of that 10 elements, the base of that number system is 10. Now, binary number system. Binary number system consists of 2 digits that are 0 and 1. Because it contains 2 digits, the base of that number system is 2. Same as in octal and hexadecimal number system. In octal number system, digits from 0 to 7 are used. That means 8 digits. So the base of the octal number system is 8. Similarly, in hexadecimal number system, 16 digits are used, starting from digits 0 to 9 and from letters A to F, total 16. That means the base of that hexadecimal number system is 16. Now we are going deep into what is meant by a decimal number system. A decimal number system is a number system that consists of 10 digits, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Since that number system uses 10 digits, the base of that decimal number system is 10. The base of that decimal number system is represented as a subscript of a number. Now we are going into binary number system. What do you mean by binary number system? A computer can understand two states, that is on state and an off state, which is represented by 0 and 1. 1 means on and 0 means off. So the binary system uses two digits 0 and 1 to represent a number. Since the number system uses two digits, the base of the binary number system is 2. So 2 is placed as subscript of a number when we are representing a binary number. Now we are going to the next topic, that is conversion of a number system. The first one we are going to learn is a decimal to binary conversion. How we can do decimal to binary conversion? The process is known as a successive division by 2. Now how we can do that? Divide the decimal number by 2. The remainder, that is the least significant bit of a binary number, is being noted down. Now till the quotient becomes 0, the process need to be repeated. When it reaches 0, the conversion is completed. Else repeat the same process there. Now what will happen to the next dividend? So the next dividend is the previous quotient. And the last step is write the remainders, that is the least significant bit, in the reverse order. We will go through with an example. First of all, how we can convert a decimal number 6 to a binary equivalent. First of all, we are dividing 6, that is the dividend, divided with the divisor 2. We will get 3 as quotient and remainder 0, which is the least significant bit. Again, we are taken 3 as dividend, 2 as divisor, and divide it with and continue the process. We will get 1 as quotient and 1 as remainder, and that remainder is again been noted down. Again, the quotient is not even reaches 0, so we have to repeat the step again till it reaches 0. So what will happen to the next dividend? The next dividend will be the previous quotient. The previous quotient is 1, and 1 is again divided with the divisor 2. We will get 0 as quotient and remainder 1. So we have to just note it down the least significant bits in a reverse order, that is 1 1 0 to the base 2. That is the binary equivalent of the decimal number 6. We will go with another example. Consider a decimal number 26. What is the first step of converting this decimal number to binary? First, we need to divide that number with 2. First of all, 26 divided with 2. We will get 13 as quotient, 0 as a remainder, which is the least significant bit, which is being noted. Again we are dividing 13, that is the previous quotient, divided with the divisor, that is 2. 13 divided by 2. We will get 6 as a quotient, 1 as a remainder. That remainder is again being noted down. Again we are repeating the process till the quotient becomes 0. So what will happen to the next step? The previous quotient is 6. 6 is divided with 2. We will get 3 as a quotient and 0 as a remainder. That remainder is again be noted down. Again we are dividing the previous quotient, that is 3, with 2. We will get 1 as quotient and 1 as remainder. Again we are dividing the previous quotient, that is 1, divided with 2. We will get 0 as quotient and 1 as remainder. When the quotient becomes 0, the whole process is completed. So what is the next step there? We have to write down the least significant bit, or we can say the remainder, in a reverse order. What is the reverse order of that one? 1 1 0 1 0. So the binary equivalent of the decimal number 26 is 1 1 0 1 0 to the base 2. Now we are going with another example. 41. We are converting the digit 41 to binary. The same process. That is, first of all, we are dividing the 41, that is the dividend with the divisor 2. We will get 20 as a quotient and 1 as a remainder. Again, the previous quotient is divided with the divisor 2. That is 20 divided with 2. We will get 10 as quotient and 0 as a remainder. Again, we are repeating the process till the quotient is reaches 0. So, what is the next dividend? 10. 10 divided by 2. We will get 5 as a quotient and 0 as a remainder. Again, we are dividing 5 with the divisor 2. We will get 2 as a quotient, 1 as a remainder. Again, we are dividing the previous quotient, that is 2 divided by 2. We will get 1 as a quotient, 0 as a remainder. Again, we are dividing 1 with 2. We will get 0 as quotient, 1 as remainder. So, we reaches the maximum significant bit. Now, what we have to do? We have to write all the least significant bits in a reverse order. That is 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. So, the decimal equivalent 41 is being converted to a binary equivalent, that is 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 to the base 2. That's it for today's classes.